And welcome back to all of our Polo Line TV viewers. This one being live streamed across the globe. The whole polo world is tuned in. They're sending in their messages and their love from all over the planet. And it's great to hear from so many people. As you can see, it's a very, very beautiful day here in Dubai. Temperature 34 degrees. I can tell you it feels a little bit more than that. There's 10% chance of rain. Well, believe that if you will. Producer's lying again. It's not going to rain. It never rains. And we are set. The stage is set here above field number 1 at the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club. As we see our cheerleaders on the far side of the field. Lots of hustle and bustle around them. They're in front of the Gold Lounge. And the time is ticking down towards the main event, the biggest game in the entire season here in Dubai. The IFZA Gold Cup 2021 coming to you very, very soon. As we look down to Mr. Ignacio Videla, look at that beautiful, beautiful sculpture he's come up with. A wonderfully talented, authentic horse sculpturist from Buenos Aires, Argentina. He's here in person. He's the man that made those two beautiful Arab horses with his bare hands. Took him ages, years and years, but he's done a pretty good job, hasn't he? And he's here to not only show people some of his work, those two beautiful Arab mares that he's got there on that table, but he's also very kindly donated one of his sculptures to the best patron, the winning patron in our IFZA Gold Cup final. And we are very, very grateful to Mr. Ignacio Videla. If you do want to come over and have a chat with the artist himself, he's here. He'll be very, very pleased to speak to you. He's got a couple of pieces for sale. And, well, if no one buys that one, I'm having it. I want that one. Absolutely beautiful. Ignacio Videla is here in person, all the way from Buenos Aires, and he's the man that's come up with this beautiful artwork, these beautiful bronze horses here, the Arabs that we see in front of us here at the hotel. For the benefit of our Polo Line TV viewers, we are going to go to an interview with Tomás Panelo, one of our finalists here in the IFZA Gold Cup.
No, we saw the game this morning with Lucas, and we tried to organize more the defense. That we were playing a bit bad that play. So I think today we play better, much better than first game. So and we had the horses on the right way to putting them into the game. So I think we play well. Amazing. He thinks really fast. He plays really high level everywhere in England, Argentina. So he has a really mature brain. So he plays really well. It's really fun to play with him. About Luquín? Sí, to do the interviews and don't send me to do it. For sure. He always send me like he's, I don't know. For the final, no, we have a good team. We are really well mounted. Also, the other team, Ghantoot, when they show it today, they play against Ghantoot and they play amazing. They are really good players, really well mounted. I mean, Pablito, Kaku, also Cachete, they have good horses. It will be a really tough match for us, pero bueno, it's a final and we have to play, concentrate and try to play our game. So we'll see what happens. No, the Gold Cup, this one will be the third one. So let's hope to have a bit of luck.
Yeah, welcome back to all of our Polo Liners. We're back live here, ground number 1, the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club, as we go down to the UAE camp. People just getting themselves set, the final stages of preparation going in before they take to the field. And that gives us an opportunity to go to the interview that we pre-recorded with Kaku Raja.
I make a big foul in the first tackle. No, I fouled and Felix, hit the ball. I hit the ball and his stick hit me here, but not a big problem. Ghantoot has a very good organization. They have some very good horses that obviously it's a big help for the team. And Pablo and myself, we brought together like 15 more horses to the organization that also help for us to be well mounted today. We play with the same team that we played last year, so I think that's an advantage because we knew that we had a good combination and a good team, and when we prepared for this and we're in the final. So Kaku is because when I was young, I don't know, a kid, I don't even remember. And Khalifa, I started with that, calling people Khalifa or Califon, and I don't know. When I opened my Instagram account, it was like ages ago. I don't even know why I put that. So 24 is because it's my birthday on the 24th. I look at the game, I came early, and they are a team that they are the best mounted team in Dubai. They are a strong team. They did very well in this semi-final today. And finals are finals. It doesn't matter how you reach the final. It's a different game. So we played them last year in the Silver Cup, and then we play them again in the Gold Cup now. So it's going to be a good game to play.
Yes, indeed. There's the Ghantoot camp down in the corner, the green tent, where the Ghantoot players are getting themselves prepped and ready for this IFZA Gold Cup final. And some good words coming through there from the very talented Kaku Raja on our previous interview. And now we've put something together for the benefit of all of our Polo Line TV viewers. A little info on the road to the final video here from both teams, both finalists, road to the final. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if I could please get your attention for a moment or two, I would like to welcome and introduce the Dubai Police Marching Band and have you all please upstanding for the UAE National Anthem. So some beautiful shots coming down over the top of the Dubai Police Band, getting themselves set and ready for the UAE National Anthem. A little bit of hush coming into the crowd. Superb shots from our drone. Well, it looks like they're still getting themselves set. Not sure if they know which song they're going to be playing. What do you reckon, boys? No, we did that one last time. We'll go with that then. Here we go. Tomas Panello there, the number 3 for UAE. Just warming himself up, staying well clear of the band on the far side. Frightened a couple of ponies as they came out to do their thing. That's the Dubai Police Marching Band on the far side of the field. And our players sensibly steering well clear of the racket. The wonderful noise that is, but from a horse's point of view, it's a bit of a racket. And the players just steering clear of that. Luki Monteverde there, just 15 years of age. The Canuelas kid. Son of Lucas. 3 goals. And, well, you'll see later on just how good he is on that handicap. Very silky on the ball. I'm sure they'll be tuned in from Buenos Aires following him. He's got a big family presence down in 25 de Mayo. And I'm sure they'll all be tuned in both there and in Canuelas, watching to see how Luquin gets on here in this cup final. Wonderful shots once again from our drone on the far side. That's the Gold Lounge. Well spread out this year, obviously, because of restrictions and COVID protocol. So we've got the Gold Lounge over there. Our umpire, you can see on board. That looks like Peter Wright. Coming back out for more umpiring action. As we see Ghantoot, who have been playing in white, obviously having to change their shirts for this one. UAE getting preference of their home shirts, and Ghantoot have gone with this black and green combo. That's Cachete Crespo. 4-goal player playing 5 goals with his eyes closed. Just crossing your screen there was Nasser Al-Shamsi. He's playing at number 1 for Ghantoot, and he could be the key to this match. 1-goal player. Our referees for this one on the ponies. It looks like Peter Wright there on the grey, and he's going to be joined by Rafa Silva. Peter just saying hello there to Nasser Al-Shamsi. Our third man in the chair is Daniel Boudou. Now there's a danger man, if ever I saw one. He is in the form of his life, enjoying these ponies, enjoying this team. Watch out for Marcos Kaku Araja. Lovely aerial shots there of the band. And our guests there in the Gold Lounge loving every minute of it. There's Nasser. Well mounted and a very good 1-goal player. He could be the key to this match if he can get in amongst those professionals on the UAE team, tag a few, get a few blocks in, break up a few attacks and stop a few runners in defence. He may well be the key to it all. Let's see what sort of performance he can put in today. Well, that's what it's all about. The Gold Cup, the IFZA Gold Cup 2021, sitting there on the table along with a superb bronze from the very talented Mr. Ignacio Videla, very unique and wonderfully talented, authentic horse sculpturist from Buenos Aires. And he has very kindly donated that prize which will go to the winning patron here in this IFZA Gold Cup final. Mohamed Al Habtoor there on screen as we go back to Nassal Shamsi. Mohamed's team, Habtoor, having won the Silver Cup here, losing semi-finalists in the Gold Cup. They lost out to Ghantoot by the score of 13 goals to 9, and Mohamed obviously here looking on with interest to see who's going to lift this IFZA Gold Cup 2021. The band just cranking it up again. Sheikha Mehta, the birthday girl. She's been playing superbly well this season. What contribution can she have on this Gold Cup final? How she'd love to lift it. Very, very competitive. Works very hard at her polo and playing superbly well. Looking pretty relaxed, isn't she? She's just sweeping the ball around the field. Ghantoot getting themselves set. That's Kakur Raja with the black helmet, parking up next to Nassal Shamsi and a spanking new Bentley. I think that one might be my one. Guille Quidinho and Facu Sola looking pretty dapper and relaxed down there. Guille's on the beer. Bit early for that, mate. Rafa Silva saying hello to Cachete Crespo. There's a buzz in the air, the crowd getting excited. Superb packed house here at the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club, but wonderfully organised and well spread out. Social distancing, of course, masks on, and plenty of distance between the tables. Limited number at each table. Ghantoot, who have looked like the real deal, haven't they? They've looked very good all tournament. Can they keep it going? Can they get over the line? One more big performance. Can they lift this Gold Cup? So, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. Here come our teams, being led onto the field by a Bentley apiece. Down to our right, at the scoreboard end of the field, the green and black shirts of Ghantoot. And from the Villa end of the field, in their customary white outfits, the mighty UAE. So nervy moments for both teams. Just want to get the game underway at this point. I know it's nice for all the crowd, but as a player, you got butterflies in your stomach. You want this stuff out of the way so you can get into the action. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Let's have a big round applause for the Dubai Police Marching Band. And if I could ask each and every one of you, please, to be upstanding for the UAE National Anthem. Well, thanks once again to the Dubai Police Marching Band. Wonderful stuff. Thank you so much for your contribution. It was great to see you and indeed to hear you as well. And so too our runners and riders playing in the black and green shirts for Ghantoot. I want to hear a large round of applause. Playing at number 1, Nasser Al-Shamsi. At number 2, off a 4-goal handicap, they call him Cachete, it's Cesar Crespo. In the number 3 shirt, Pablo Llorente Hijo. And at number 4, watch out for this guy, he's super talented, he's off 7 goals at the moment, it's Marcos Cacuaraja. And so to their opponents in the white shirts. At number 1, put your hands together for Her Highness Sheikha Mesa bint Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. At number 2, he's only 15, it's Lucas Luquin Monteverde. At number 3, the first of the 2 Argentine 7-goalers at the back for UAE, it's Tomas Panelo. And keeping the back door firmly shut, Guillermo Temi Willington. Our umpires for this one, on the horses, Peter Wright and Rafa Silva. And our third man will be Daniel Badou, who was on board for the first match, and he's taking some shade now. He will be up here monitoring from the sidelines. He's got the benefit of the replay, and he's going to help the 2 boys out if they need any backup whatsoever. Sheikha Mesa just getting herself set as the Bentley cruises off the field. Must be hot in those suits for those poor members of the band. The Dubai Police Marching Band. Expect they'll be pleased to get this done. Loosen a few collars and have a cold one. Llorente playing in 3 for Ghantoot. Had a superb semi-final, didn't he? Really came into form at the right time for Ghantoot. There's the youngster, Luquín Monteverde, coming out on the dark bay in this first chukker. Well, thank you very much once again to the Dubai Police Marching Band. Wonderful performance. Thank you so much. That was quite delightful. Hello? Yeah, I see that. I see it. Thanks. So, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the main event, ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. This is going to be fiery. It is the IFZA Gold Cup Final 2021, and it is going to be Mr. Mohammed Al Habtoor who's going to roll the ball in. The white shirts of UAE going up towards the Villa end of the field. Ghantoot in the green and black down to the scoreboard. And that roll in, just a dummy run. Peter right there on the grey pony, just barking out some orders. This time it's for real, folks. Kakua Raja. Marcos. Picking up possession here for Ghantoot, just inside his own half. Chops that one forward, looking for a front runner. He's looking for Nassau on the near side of her pony. There is Sheikha Mehta. But Al-Shamsi's done really well, and he's got away from Guillermo Willington. Look at this, he's nudged it down towards goal. Monteverde comes flying back in defence, and there's a chance here. Oh, Llorente. Llorente came through, and what a chance that for Pablo Llorente. Well, extraordinary. Just as the ball was rolled in there, the wind has whipped up and we've got a bizarre sandstorm coming in. And one of our gazebos has been blown onto the field on the far side. Some sort of biblical storm coming in for the start of this match. Extraordinary stuff. And we're going to have to just put a pause on things. I can see the sand being whipped up into the air on the far side of the club here. And who was expecting that? Wow. For all of our Polo Line TV viewers, Instagram at Polo Line OK, Facebook is at Polo Line Int, and Twitter you can get us at Polo Line. Be great to hear from you. Message in and let us know where you're watching the action from. Temi Willington out to the right-hand side, looking here for Tomás Panelo. Tomás putting the brakes on, cutting it back in field, chopping it up over the halfway line, looking for the run here of young Luquín Monteverde. Monteverde trying to pull a show and go against Kakua Raja, but the two of them have cancelled each other out, and Llorente will come in and play a little tail backhander. Oh, Crespo came in and took a big bump there with Panelo, but play will continue. And look at this, Nasser Al-Shamsi breaking away here for Ghantoot. Al-Shamsi's over the top of the play, but Kakua Raja coming in to try and mop things up. Oh, he's shown too much of that to Monteverde, and Monteverde's done very well in defence. Willington, Raja, Panelo comes through. Panelo out towards Monteverde. Flying back here will be Llorente. He's going to centre that one back into the mix there for Ghantoot. Working hard on the near side of his pony there is Crespo. Couple of players with their sticks raised, including Her Highness Sheikh Ametha, but play will continue here, and Gacheti Crespo's trying to work this one, and he shoots towards goal, and that one's wide to the right and out of play. We're back underway. It's Temi Willington. Crespo was appealing for the blocking foul there against Tomas Panelo, but the refs didn't see enough in it, and play will continue. Here comes Tomas Panelo with the number 3 here for UAE. Flying back is Kakua Raja. Raja with the inside track, steadies the pony and chops it across the field there with a cut shot. Good work here from Kakua Raja, who's trying to turn this defensive position into attack here for Ghantoot. Still Raja. Super talented 7-goal player here who's definitely on the up. Look at him, he's absolutely out of his skin at the moment. Araja bearing down on goal, he chips it forward towards, oh look at this, it won't even need touching. Absolute class from Kaku Araja. Well, I told you he was good, and he really is. Superb stuff. And Cesar Crespo was there, but he didn't even need to touch it because the chip shot from Araja was just absolutely effortless, and it was straight through the middle of the goal. It's a 1-0 to Ghantoot. Big crunch coming in there in the throw-in, and there's a whistle as Pablo Llorente releases a backhander. And there's a loud blast from Rafael Silva on the far side of the field. He's just explaining something there to Guillermo Willington. The clock has stopped with 3 minutes and 47 seconds remaining until the first bell in this first chukker. It's going to be a spot hit in favour of UAE. And the ball is what, 5 or 6 yards from the halfway line. So they're just inside enemy territory here. Willington circles round. Panelo goes out to the left, and he might well be breaking back to the right here. Here he goes, and then back to the left. And it's gone route 1 straight down the middle. They're looking for Monteverde. Looping backhander comes in there from Llorente. Good skills there. Well, I say that. Panelo's over the top of the play under pressure there from Araja, and it's picked up this time by Cachete. Putting the brakes on here is Cesar Crespo. He might leave this here for his teammate or put a pass out towards. Araja's now gone up for the pass. Crespo trying to dig this one out. He's under a little bit of pressure here from young Monteverde. Whoa, and there's, well, enough said about that, the better. There is protective rules in polo for the horses, and that's exactly what Peter Wright has blown there. You could see it clearly for yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Crespo has to miss that horse with that shot. Doesn't matter if he has to go way out into the desert and come around the houses to get back to goal. He can't do that, and as a result, it's a spot penalty in favour of UAE. Whoa, that was close. He had to take evasive action. This could go all the way. It has gone all the way. Panelo's crunched it through the traffic, and he's tied the game here. It's 1-1. Well, you see, Crespo, who was the perpetrator, he took evasive action, didn't want to take his, have his head taken off his shoulders. But, well, had he headed it, it may not have gone in. It's 1-1, 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining on the clock here in the first. They've changed ends, and possession is up for grabs. Willington punching it through. Panelo's on the march here, the number 3 on a very fast chestnut for UAE. How's the cut shot? He's left it out to the left. He's got quite a lot to do with the angle. Oh, that's superb from Panelo. Wow, what a cut shot it was. The first approach shot took him further left than he wanted to go. I can tell you that for nothing. But then he set himself, and look at that. Wonderful stuff. 2-1 to the Whites. Just under 2 minutes remaining here in the first. Who's got it? Whoa, Crespo's there, his pony's jumping around. Willington's there for a piece of the action. Crespo was there, and there's a whistle on the play. That's Rafa Silva on the far side there on the bay pony. He's going to go and retrieve the ball as we look at the replay. Willington came in for a piece of the action, but it's gone against the whites, and it's going to be marched downfield, and I can see Kakua Raja loosening up, and he's licking his lips. Although having said that, he's got a terrible crosswind. The wind has suddenly just picked up here, and we've got a load of sand being blown in from the desert. Conditions have completely changed in the last 15 minutes, and it's certainly not easy for penalty taking from 60 yards. He's going into the wind, it's coming across the field. Can Kakua Raja deal with these windy conditions here? 60 yards, looking to tie the game. He's coming in off a very long run up, couple of practice swings, the ball's been teed up in the grass. He's looking for height, and he's looking for direction. It's low, and it's wide, and they're trying to stop it and divert it back towards goal, but Panello is there once again in defence for UAE. And, well, extraordinary conditions here as this sandstorm comes in. And things are being blown around all over the place. Play will continue. Panello's absolutely launched that one downfield. Going back in defence here for Ghantoot is Raja. Raja's open backhanders away from the Monteverde. He was trying to charge him down, and that's good work from Llorente. He's done enough to put it there for Crespo. Crespo back out to Raja. This is good teamwork here from Ghantoot, who are heading up into the wind. They're working the ball nicely down the field. Here comes Kakua Raja. Just inside his own half, crunches that one forward up towards, oh, it's a superb pass, but it's been held up in the wind a little bit, and that's allowed UAE to get back in defence here in the form of Tomas Panello. Llorente's there, he returns it round the corner. That's hit Monteverde and dropped down, and momentarily no one knows where the ball is. Monteverde's there on the near side. He gets a good angle, backhander out towards Temi Willington. Temi brings it back in field. Whoa. Well, that's one of the worst time ride-offs I've ever seen. He tried to come in, maybe get behind Temi Willington and hook him and go behind his pony, but he's mistimed it, and the referee's whistle has gone. Our umpires are just having a chat about this one. Peter Wright looks like he's got his hand to his ear, and he's coming upstairs and having a chat. There's a yellow flag going out there to Cesar Crespo. I don't think there was any malice in it, but he completely got it wrong, didn't he? No doubt about that. And the referees, as a result, are going to march it further down the field. The yellow card has come out, and it's going to be an opportunity here towards the end of this first chukker from 60 yards for UAE to go 3-1 to the good. Luquin Monteverde teeing the ball up there. Panello is back on the field. Temi Willington has gone off and changed his pony. Just that last one just receiving a little bit of a knock in the ride-off. It looked okay, but just taking no chances there, Temi Willington. Horse welfare, very important to all of these players, of course. It's going to be Panello, the number 3 here, Tomas Panello, looking for 3-1. He's got the height. Is it straight? Oh, it's fantastic. He smashed it straight over the top. What a superb contact with the ball from Tomas Panello, who looks like he's up for this, doesn't he? And UAE with a really good start here in the first. It's 3-1. And in fact, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first chukker. There wasn't enough time to get the ball back into play. And it is a commanding start for UAE as they come off for the first change. It's 3-1. Welcome back to all of our Polo Line TV viewers tuned in from all over the globe. And I can tell you that we've had the most bizarre sandstorm literally arrive about 30 seconds before the ball was rolled in here for this IFZA Gold Cup 2021. Extraordinary stuff. And it's quietened down a little bit now, but it is certainly very eerie and has given the match a completely different complexion and edge. Toya and Esteban Panelo are watching their children from Lobos, Buenos Aires. What a beautiful town Lobos is. And they are tuned in. They watched Benja earlier on, and they're now watching Tomas, and they must be watching with pride. Both boys playing exceptionally well. Great to hear from both Toya and Esteban Panelo from Lobos. Players just making their way back onto the field. We're waiting for Luquín Monteverde to complete the 8 players that we need to get back underway for the start of this second chukker here in this IFZA Gold Cup final. It's popped out the back. Panelo. Llorente is there. He tries to turn it around the corner, and Kako Raja with a huge hit there on Temi Willington. Temi, open backhander, back out towards Tommy Panelo. Panelo appealing for the foul there, but nothing given. Open backhander coming in there from Kako Raja. Willington will return it around the corner. It's like pinball at the moment. Backhander. Didn't quite go far enough. They're appealing for the foul, but Peter Wright was on the spot, and I'm inclined to agree with him. Play will continue here. It's Panelo. Kick by the pony. Lands in front of Monteverde. Monteverde waiting for some space to open up so he can pull the trigger down towards goal. Temi Willington will come in as backup. Temi shoots. Oh, and Temi's missed wide left. Well, what a start for UAE. Ghantoot, who have been so solid in this tournament, played 4, won 4, been devastating, went straight to the main semi-final, didn't need a quarter-final, qualified first in their group, and they find themselves under the cosh here at the beginning of this cup final. UAE looking good. Pass goes out towards Llorente. Llorente back infield towards Kako Raja. Oh, look at the skills here from Araja. He's just so silky. Absolutely extraordinary stuff. Monteverde's coming back, but Kako Raja's going to pull the trigger. He flicks it back infield. Oh, I thought he was going to play it first time. Why didn't he go for the cut shot? He took a tap and he's missed it. Well, I don't want to tell him how to play the game because he's so good, but I'm surprised he didn't set the pony and just cut that towards goal. He took a tap, he tried to work it in, and he overcomplicated it slightly, and the chance has gone. Temi Willington under his pony's neck. Superb steal there from Llorente. Llorente on the near side of his pony trying to return it. Oh, it's come off a couple of ponies and might fall here for Crespo. But, well, some good work in defence there from Monteverde. Willington. Panelo. Brings it back behind the pony of Nassal Shamsi. Still Tommy Panelo, who's looking like he's in the mood here for UAE. Good work in defence. Shamsi's there. A bit of a swing and a miss from him, but no fear because he's got a teammate there. Oh, and Willington just bumping into the back of Crespo's pony, but Crespo's done well. He's turned it around the corner and put a measured pass out towards his teammate here, Pablo Llorente. Llorente leaves it here for Araja. They're trying to work it through the traffic here. He's got no one to pass to, so he's going to have to work this himself. Still Kako Araja. Monteverde comes across here, the young man trying to put the kibosh on this attack for Ghantoot. Pablo Llorente, miscontrol from him, back in field. Oh, he's overrun it, and it's been kicked by the pony, and the whistle's gone there as Her Highness Sheikh Amaita came through with her stick raised. Llorente tried to come back to the ball, and the umpires have blown the foul. Well, they overcomplicated it somewhat. And they've lost possession of the ball, and it looks like it's going to be a spot hit in favour of the white shirts of UAE. 4 minutes and 1 second on the clock here. This second chukker of 5 in this IFZA Gold Cup final. Would be great to hear from some of our Polo Line viewers. Instagram is @PoloLineOK. Facebook @PoloLineInt. And Twitter @PoloLine. Get your messages in. We need to hear from you. We want to hear from you. We want to know where you're watching the action from. And we will get a shout out as and when we can. So a couple of players have just changed their ponies. Kako Araja's just questioning the foul. He's entitled to do that as the captain of Ghantoot, as long as he asks in the right manner. And Peter Wright is happy to explain what he saw and what he has blown. It's a penalty from the spot. And it's going to be Temi Willington tapping this one forward. Panelo came out to the left and switched back to the right. And he's gone hard right this time, but the pass has gone left out towards Monteverde. They've worked it well. Here comes young Lukin coming across here. Oh, that's good skills from the young man, but then the shot wasn't what he was looking for as he was trying to release Panelo, who was flying through, and Kako Araja has gone past Panelo and picked it up there on the near side of his pony. A miscontrol from him. Panelo coming around the corner. Oh, what a superb pickup that is from, oh, and a bouncing ball has beaten him. He couldn't get away from the pack as the ball was hopping around violently there for him. And there's a whistle on the play as Llorente comes through with Sheikh Amaita, and the umpires didn't like it. Well, Panelo was gone, wasn't he? But he was beaten by the field. And it's going to be a spot hit in favour of Ghantoot. Now, what can they do here? There's 3 minutes and 23 seconds left on the clock here in the second. They've not had the start they wanted, but there's still plenty of time left in the match. I think there's going to be a free change of horse here. A few players are nipping off. Kako Araja's on the ground there. As we go back to a previous play there, that's the one there where Llorente was coming down the line and Sheikh Amaita had a near side play. That's what the refs have seen. And they've blown a crossing foul there against UAE. Message coming in from my friend Zach, who's at Desert Palm, watching from the hotel. Not sure if you've got the sandstorm over there, buddy, but what are you saying? 7 beers deep and enjoying the commentary. Thanks, mate. Enjoy the beer. Still plenty of time in this game. What can Ghantoot do? They prefer to certainly get the next one. Oh, and Araja with a miss hit there, and he's given it inadvertently straight back to Panelo, but Panelo struggling to get control of the ball. The conditions really coming into play here. It's very windy and you don't want to be playing polo in the wind. The horses don't like it, the players can't hear the calls, and it's very, very difficult for the players at the moment. That pass coming through from Llorente didn't really go anywhere, and it's allowed Temi Willington to turn the corner. And look at this, Pinello has got the jump there on Araja. Araja comes back and gets a good ride off in and then releases that backhander, but Temi Willington once again is well positioned and he's going to turn left and pick this one up on the head-to-head. Fakes to shoot, then misses the ball, has to come around the houses here and reset. Temi, what can he do? He sweeps it round. A little half collision there and a backhander comes in. That was Llorente, who's momentarily got the ball away from the danger zone. Nasser Al-Shamsi comes in. Panelo's there. Appealing for the foul was Crespo, but Panelo's worked it around the corner here, and he's going to shoot under his pony's neck down towards goal. Got to be close. They're flying back in defence. Oh, what an incredible angle from Tomas Panelo. Wow, incredible stuff. He got away from Crespo. And he looked up and he just smashed it on the angle, lofted shot, landed softly and trickled over the line. And UAE extending their lead here. It's 4-1. This one's popped out nicely for Llorente. His open backhander's looking there for Crespo, but it's eventually in the hands here of Kako Araja. Araja goes long. That's a superb pass, is it? It's out to the left-hand side. He's going to try and flick it back towards goal. Crespo shoots. Oh, he's missed it. Under pressure there. Well, the whistle's gone, so Monteverde, who came flying back in defence there for UAE, may have got a stick on it. Let's see what the referees decide. There's a little bit of confusion down there. Can't quite see what's been awarded. The umpires are having a chat there with Monteverde. Maybe they're asking him if it came off his stick. And by the looks of things, he's saying that it didn't, because it's going to be a knock-in and it's a chance here for UAE to get the ball away from their goal and back down the other end. Temi Willington takes a couple of taps. Going hard left is Panelo. Good pass out towards Tomas Panelo. Goes for the first time, hit infield. And then drops in and picks up his own pass. Panelo seems to be having a purple patch at the moment. He's gone up over the 60. That one's come off the cane and gone out to the right-hand side, and that's allowed Kako Araja to come around the corner here and get the ball away from the danger zone momentarily here for Ghantoot. Al-Shamsi. And Al-Shamsi came through. Monteverde was there for a piece of the pie, and the whistle has gone. Looks like our guests have enjoyed their lunch. Lovely barbecue below us here on the patio at the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club. I hope you've saved me something. Save me a lamb chop, would you? I'd love a lamb chop, if there's any going. We never get anything up here. Chained to the railings. It's a halfway hit, and it's in favour of Ghantoot. Not the start they wanted. There's still plenty of time left in the game. Remember, this is a 5-chukker match. This IFZA Gold Cup final. And the boys from Ghantoot are just having a chat there. They're hatching a plan. What are we going to do? The weather playing havoc going up to the top end of the field. Not easy to score up that end, although Panelo seems to be making it look easy at the moment. Here comes Kako Araja. He's gone high, plenty on it. Superb contact on the ball from Araja, and it looks straight. Oh, it's landed very softly. Willington's there, they're appealing for the foul, and there's a chance here. Llorente. Oh, there must have been a whistle. Very hard to hear the whistle in this wind. I'm not quite sure what the verdict is. The ball's been placed down there. Has it gone in favour of Ghantoot? Well, Araja's just having a chat there with Peter Wright. He's on the grey pony. It's gone in favour of UAE. And, well, Araja was protesting. He's done it in a acceptable enough manner as far as the referees are concerned, but he's certainly got his point across. Spot hit to the whites. Chance for Temi Willington. Taps it forward. Tries to lure in Crespo and then release the ball out towards Panelo. Sheikh Mehta goes through there with Nasal Shamsi. Monteverde desperately trying to get on that pass, but it was a little bit short for him, and coming around the corner and showing his skills in the air is Marcos Araja. Backhander comes in there from Panelo. Good block there coming in there from Shamsi. And he got the block, an important block on Panelo. Whoa. And as Joaquin Monteverde comes into the party, Llorente has tumbled off his pony and the whistle has gone. So the refs are just going to have a chat about this one. Looks like they're getting themselves ready. The ambulance is on the field, but I don't think the ambulance is needed as Llorente is back on his horse already. And our umpire just having a chat there with some of the players who are getting a bit hot under the collar, calming them down. Easy, lads, easy. Well, there's a long discussion here with Kaku Araja and Peter Wright. Not quite sure what has been awarded. The refs are just having a chat now. Just trying to get away from the pack so that they can have a conversation without any interference. For those of you on the far side of the field, you've got the half-time food truck serving burgers, chips and bites. Orbis Coffee are here, Pop City Ice Cream, Freedom Pizza, Wildflowers and Salad Jar. All on the far side of the field. That's the gazebo side and the Gold Lounge. If you fancy any of those things, maybe an ice cream at the end of the match, make your way over there and help yourselves. For those of you tuned in on the live stream, Polo Line TV, we've got more action coming up. The Emaar Polo Cup, the 12 goal is coming from the Dubai Polo and Equestrian Club, the 8th to the 12th of March. And then from Lahore in Pakistan, the Pakistan Open, the 14 goal from the 9th of March. From here at the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club, we've got the 10 goal. That's up next after this Gold Cup, the Dubai Challenge Cup, 10 goal tournament from the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club. And then we go down to Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club for the 18 goal, the final 18 goal of the series here in the UAE, the President's Cup, under patronage of His Highness Sheikh Falah bin Zayed Al Nahyan, 12th to the 26th of March at Ghantoot Polo and Racing Club. Cash prizes totaling 500,000 dirhams. Wow. 20,000 dirhams given to the winning teams of each match, and the remaining amount to be distributed to first and second place. That's the winners and runners-up, receiving cash prizes down at the Ghantoot Polo and Racing Club. It's high. Where's it gone? He needs this one. Oh, he's pushed it out to the right. It must have been close. But the goal has not been awarded. And the hooter has gone. That will be the end of the second chukka. And as UAE make their way across to the corner of the field, back to their camp, they find themselves in a very nice position. It's 4-1. Welcome back, folks. We've got a news flash, and it's an important one. At the end of that second chukker, you saw a penalty that was called wide. The referees have come upstairs, they've checked the replay, and the goal has been awarded. And it may be huge in the context of this match. The scoreboard has been corrected, and we now stand here at the beginning of this third chukker. And the difference is 2. It's 4-2 in favour of UAE. Some shouts coming in from some of our Polo Line viewers from across the world. Shane Chin says a big hello from Jamaica. Hope you're enjoying the polo. In the Caribbean, sitting there drinking some rum in the sun, all the way from Jamaica. Good to hear from you, Shane. Rachel Morley is in Perth, Western Australia. She's supporting UAE. Rachel says, go UAE, come on. Marcy Palmer, she's in Cirencester in the United Kingdom. And she says, what a game. Players converging in the middle of the field. It's come out the back, but neither player could get hold of it. That was Araja. Araja's now receiving the pass here from Gerende. Takes a big bump there from Panelo. Good work here from Kaku Araja on the Dark Bay pony. Tries to get past Panelo. Takes the ride off and blocks and leaves the ball here for his teammate. Gerente picks it up, waiting for the space to clear. Still Pablito Gerente. Araja now. Well, eventually it got a bit grubby and they were waiting for the players to clear, but the whistle has gone. As we see on the replay, a load of players coming together on the ball, and it's all getting a bit scrappy, and the refs had seen enough. They've blown the whistle. Sarah Gonzalez says, great commentary, Tiggs. Go Kaku. Sarah and Nacho watching, I'm guessing from England. Great to hear from you guys. Hope you're all good. They are Kaku fans, as so many people are. He's pretty easy on the eye, isn't he? And here he comes. He's got a penalty. 2, open goal penalty shot from 30 yards here. And Ghantoot working their way back into this match. This one goes over. The difference will be just 1. A little chip shot from Kaku. A very lazy 3-quarter swing. And he's chipped it through. It's 4-3. Carlos Menendez-Betty, fantastic match from Lobos in Argentina. Good to hear from you, Carlos. Hope you're all good down in Lobos. Sandeep Soneja, hello from the Sonejas in Dubai. These are all messages flooding in on Polo Line TV. Great to hear from so many people from so many places. Big ride-off coming in at the back of the pack there as Panelo and Kaku Araja crunched into each other, and the refs didn't like it. As we see on the replay here, let's have another look. Ball goes straight through the pack, and well, the refs are going to pick the bones out of that. Toya, Bordio de Panelo, Joaquin Panelo, and Esteban Panelo from Florida. Vamos, UAE. Ahmed Amo Abdullah. Ahmed Amo from Nigeria. Team Ghantoot all the way is the message from Nigeria. So love coming in from Ghantoot from Africa. Temi Willington goes route 1. Oh, a swing and a miss there from Kaku Araja. They're appealing for the foul. Panelo was convinced. And, well, they've turned it around. And escaping with the ball on the far side here is Crespo. Smashes it up over the halfway line. The inside track here belongs to Willington. He checks over his shoulder and then sweeps it out towards the boards. Panelo's putting the brakes on hard, and, well, he thought about coming in head-to-head. In the end, he took it on the near side, and he's involved in a bit of a dogfight there, but he's got away from his man, and he's done really well. Gets away from Gerente and thumps it down towards the 60-yard line. Crespo flying back in defence here for Ghantoot. Looks for the tail backhander. Nothing but fresh air on that, but he's, well, they got away with it, haven't they? Because it's been well read here by Araja. Al-Shamsi comes around the corner and thumps it forward. Watch out, folks. It's coming straight towards you. Whoa, and it's landed in someone's champagne. So hit out by Ghantoot. Possession goes back to the Whites. Peter Wright will count 8 seconds. Temi Willington will circle round, and he takes a tap. Nervous moments in this match. Tension in the air, 4-3. Panelo trying to muscle his way onto the line of the ball. He's done well. And then a little show and go. Flies through towards goal. Monteverde comes in, but Crespo will sweep it away on the near side, take the ride off on Panelo and leave the ball here for Araja. Araja goes long. Has he kept it in play? Of course he has. He's smashed it under his pony's neck. Good shot there from Kaku. Willington, half charged down there by Al-Shamsi, and, well, in fact, it's now back in possession of Kaku Araja. And the charge down was from Llorente. Al-Shamsi leaving the ball there for Araja. Pass goes out towards Pablo Llorente. Backhander from Temi Willington. Possession is up for grabs here. There's a clash of sticks there as Crespo comes in and does the job on Panelo. Tense moments here in this Gold Cup final. That's a good leave and a well-worked play from Ghantoot, and it's gone long and it's going down towards goal, but it's leaking out to the left by the looks of things. Willington comes in, and a backhander comes in. Oh, lovely stuff. Temi Willington, what happened to him? He couldn't get back to the play, and Crespo, well, let's have another look. Well, he had no brakes. And Crespo comes in with a near-side tail shot, and it wasn't the prettiest connection on the ball, but he got his angles right, and he's tied the game here. And with 3 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock here in the third, it's 4-4. Well, what a superb comeback by Ghantoot. Nothing was happening for them in the early stages. They had a slow start, and they've dragged themselves back into this and tied the game. Gabriela Echipare says, excellent game. Watching in on Polo Line. Good to hear from so many people tuned into this one. We will get your messages read out as and when we can. Gives me an opportunity to send our love to Russo and Paz Hagi. And we wish everybody in the polo community here in the UAE, wishing our best for Pedrito Hagi. Fuerza, and lots of love from Dubai. An immediate whistle there from the throw-in. Panelo was there, and this is going green by the looks of things, and the tide is turning here. The whites glancing around, looking at the referees. But it looks like it's being marched down to the scoreboard end. And there's a chance here from 60 yards, possibly, for Ghantoot to take the lead for the first time in this match. Kaku tees the ball up. Couple of very relaxed practice swings. Very, very stylish player, isn't he? What can he come up with here from 60? Araja looking to take the lead here for Ghantoot. Oh, he's absolutely, well, he shanked it out to the left. Nasser Al-Shamsi was there. Horrible contact on the ball from Kaku. And, well, who would have thought it? He's been flushing everything for weeks on end, and that was not what he was looking for. Possession goes back to UAE from their own back line. 3 minutes remaining here in the third. Still locked at 4-4. Very tense moments here in this IFZA Gold Cup 2021. Oh, and Temi Willington trying to do too much with the ball, but he's got away with it as the backhander there from Crespo is back into the traffic, under the neck towards Panelo. Whoa. There's a collision there in the middle of the field. And that is Pablo Llorente down on the ground as he came together with Luquín Monteverde. And Llorente, who is moving, I can tell you he is moving. The ambulance is coming onto the field, but that was a nasty one at speed. Llorente clipped Monteverde, and there's going to be a medical break here. And let's hope that Pablito Llorente is going to be okay. There's certainly movement down there, just to let you know if you're watching in your living room and you're concerned about Pablito Llorente, he is moving. He's sitting up now, and it looks like he's going to be getting up without help. Well, that's good to see. Really good to see. So we go to the replay of that incident. Temi Willington had the ball on the far side. He went under the neck towards Panelo. Oh, and they just, well, two players just not spotting each other by the looks of things. And as Llorente looked over to his left, Monteverde was looking to his left, and they collided. Yeah, let's put our hands together. He's up on his feet. It's great to see. Let's give him a round of applause, folks. These boys are tough. And it's great to see him and his horse walking off the field and looking relatively unscathed. They're going to be a bit sore, but they are good to fight another day. If you want to send in a message, you're very welcome. Instagram is @PoloLineOK, Facebook is @PoloLineInt, and Twitter @PoloLine. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know where you're watching the action from, and we will get your message read out as and when we can. Gives me an opportunity to thank IFZA, International Free Zone Authority, our title sponsors, who have been with us not just for this Gold Cup, not just for the Silver Cup, but in fact the entire season here at the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club. And Martin Pedersen and his team have been an absolute joy to have around. IFZA provide local and international businesses the ideal platforms, infrastructure and location that epitomise the benefits of the UAE's strategic geographic position, world-class infrastructure and business and tax-friendly environment. Thank you so much, IFZA. May it be the first of many polo seasons to come. Our main sponsors are Bentley Emirates. They are the largest Bentley dealer in the world and are a part of the prestige cars division of the Al Habtoor Motors. Bentley Emirates is driven by professionalism, quality, high standards, and continues to serve with utmost confidence. And there's a few Bentleys here today. I'm hoping one of them's got my name on it. They did promise me one, but I haven't received it yet. Well, he's back on board. It's great to see, and he's going to continue. Yeah, a round of applause, and rightly so. Pablo Llorente. No malice in that challenge. It was just an accident there between the two. I'm not sure what the umpires have decided, whether they penalised one of the players. We'll see what they decide to do. They may have penalised Monteverde here because Llorente looked like he was looking across to Monteverde and Monteverde was not looking at him. But let's see. I have no idea what they're deciding here. There's been a consultation between the refs. They've gone to the monitor up here in the third man position. That's why the two referees are mic'd up with not only each other, but also the third man who's up here. He's also a professional referee. He's got the benefit of a monitor and a replay, courtesy of Polo Line TV. Ali Assis Khan Beswa says hi. Where are you, Ali? Let us know where you're watching from. George Buchanan says, Vamos UAE. Ah, Ali is from Qatar. He's watching in Qatar and enjoying the action live on Polo Line TV. Emily Thea Marshuk says hello from the USA. She's in Wellington, Florida. Thank you to Polo Line. Great to hear from you, Emily. Hope the season's going well for you out in the States. David Pagits is watching from Croatia. He says, I'm watching the IFZA Gold Cup live from Croatia. Amazing work with enabling people from all over the world to watch great polo in these times. Many regards to all the people involved. Thanks from David Pagits. Great to hear from you, mate. Hope you're good in Croatia. Raja looking to take the lead, and he smashed it over the top, folks. And Ghantoot starting to come into their own here just before half-time. They've taken the lead. It's 5-4. Martin Pedersen there on our screen. The head man there at IFZA. As we go back to the field, there's an immediate whistle. Tammy Willington looks like he's a bit sore now. He's received a bump from a pony there in the throw-in. Looks like a horse's head may have come into him. But it wasn't the first challenge. I think it was Gerente that hit him from the other side. As we look down to Rashid Al Habtoor, he's enjoying the action down in the IFZA camp. I wonder who's going to win the best dressed lady and gentleman of the day. I know there's some spies out there watching. Make sure you're looking glamorous. Redo your lipstick. Sharpen your stilettos. There's a couple of people, some spies are watching, and they're looking for the best dressed lady and gentleman. Massive prizes worth 25,000 dirhams. You what? Each will receive 2,500 dirhams in cash, 2 nights hotel stay, and breakfast in any of the Habtoor hospitality hotels, 60-minute spa treatment, la 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 la, thousands of gifts. It's ridiculous. Haven't even got enough time to read them out. Play continues, it's Willington. Temi. Well, it's all gone very cagey out there, isn't it? Look at it. Very slow. Fanello gets hooked. Backed up by Temi. Temi fires one through. Big ride-off coming in there from Nas Al-Shams. He's done well, taken a man out and allowed his teammate Araja to turn it around the corner. Gerente trying to work it forward. Oh, and he was trying to release his teammate Kaku Araja, who was flying around the back on the grey pony, and the whistle's gone. And the refs are going to have to take something into consideration here, because Araja, when we look at the replay, looked like he was absolutely flying. 1 minute and 37 seconds left on the clock. Still in the third chukka. And it's going to be Kaku Araja who's turning on the style here. Fakul Sola watching on, having already bagged the silver cup for Habtoor. Now what can Kaku do here? Looking to put Ghantoot into a 2-goal lead. Oh, it's along the ground, it's a bit grubby, and they're trying to pull it back towards goal. That was Crespo, who had a waft at it on the near side of his pony, but he couldn't get any contact with the ball, and the chance has gone wide to the right. Well, it was stopped, in fact, wasn't it? So it's going to be another pop, take 2 here from 60. A little bit of angle on it, but hardly any at all. Just a few feet wide of that right-hand post. There's Mohammed down there watching on. And it's going to be Kaku Araja on the grey with another opportunity here. It's going to be a 60-yard corner to Ghantoot. This time it's high. Is it straight? It is straight. He smashed it over the top. Araja showing us all how it's done from the 60-yard mark. And you just don't stop those. It's 6-4. There's some messages coming in. Gabriel Fernando Gomez, vamos. Llorente desde Orlando. Shane Chin says, glad he's okay. Thumbs up. Shane is watching from Jamaica as we go back to the action. And it's Panelo trying to stop the rot here for UAE. They've gone very quiet the last few minutes. Oh, and look at that. Panella trying to get back to the ball. Llorente came flying through. He's appealing for the foul, but he's not going to need the whistle now. He's got some protection there from his teammate, and that's allowed him to turn the corner. Ghantoot trying to work this one out of defense. Kaku. Silky skills once again from this very talented Argentine, and he's punched it forward up towards Cachete. Flying back there. They're appealing for the foul as Monteverde came flying back in defense, and the whistle has gone. Great work once again by Araja. Dancing the ball out of defense, then spotting a teammate free, hitting a lovely pass up towards Crespo. And the umpires have blown their whistle as young Monteverde came in for a piece of the action on the near side of his pony. James Kingston Fowler, should I say, from Punta del Este. Was that down in Uruguay, saying hi? Is it James? It could be Jaime. Jaime Kingston Fowler from Punta del Este. Stephen Conroy, hi from NJ. Sernan Nassif is saying Habtor Polo, the one and only. And Ali Assis Khan Beswa is sending in some love for Zidane. Great to hear from so many people on the live link from all over the world. Thousands of people tuned in for this IFZA Gold Cup 2021. And Araja from 40 yards now, looking to put another one on the scoreboard. Players rushing out, but they couldn't stop that because he smashed it so high. It's gone 30, 40 feet high and above the top of the goal, straight through the middle. And Ghantoot turning on the style here in the third. It's 7-4. Well, the hooter went just after the umpire had released the ball into the throw-in, so we will play the 30 seconds. And what an important 30 seconds it could be, because look, they're on the march once again, glancing over his shoulder. He's got some protection there from Araja, and he's got all the time in the world to stick and ball this one down towards goal. Oh, this is going to hurt for the white shirts of UAE. Right at half-time, Ghantoot steal another goal, and they'll come in at the end of the third, 8-4. So we've got our halftime entertainment. The cheerleaders are back on the field for the second time, and they're going to be putting on another performance in front of the Gold Lounge for some of our guests on the far side of the field. Just getting themselves set. Looks like they're good to go. Cue the music. And they're off. So as we come to the match stats for the first half of this IFZA Gold Cup final. Field goals, Ghantoot 3, UAE 2. Throw-ins, that was shaded by Ghantoot, 7-5. Fouls committed, 7 by Ghantoot, 9 by UAE. An awful lot of fouls for 3 chuckers of polo. There's been a yellow card for each team. Penalties, well, not the easiest conditions, certainly at the beginning of the game with that wind that whipped up that sandstorm. It's settled down now. Ghantoot 4 out of 7 and 2 out of 2 by UAE. There's been one corner and that was converted by Kakua Raja for Ghantoot. As we go back to the cheerleaders in their IFZA outfits. Sheikha Mehta, the birthday girl, watching on. Not sure if it was her birthday today or yesterday, but certainly one or the other. She's enjoying the halftime show here. She's looking fairly relaxed. I mean, her team is trailing by 4 goals at halftime after a very slow start by Ghantoot. They really had a blistering third chukker, didn't they? Worked their way back into it in the second. They were 4 goals to 1 down, Ghantoot, and they find themselves 8-4. So that's 7 unanswered goals. Some images of some of our spectators. There's Noor, dressed as a rodeo rider for the day. Our drone is hovering high above the cheerleaders, giving us some great shots. And they are working it hard. The hoops are out. Tense moments down in the UAE camp. Tomas Panelo there, just having a chat. Lucas Monteverde will be trying to just inject a bit of energy back into this team. Gone a bit flat, haven't they? The last chukker and a bit after a really good start. They need lifting, and they need to inject a little bit of oomph back into their performance here. Whoa, easy there. Another superb performance from our cheerleaders. Hello. Yeah, we're not training in now, are we? No public on the field now? Sure, of course. Well, wonderful performance from our cheerleaders on the far side of the field. Let's put our hands together once again for the cheerleaders. Very colourful, very energetic, and a lot of fun. Don't forget, folks, after the conclusion of this match, we will have the prize presentation for the Bentley Cup and the IFZA Gold Cup 2021, and followed by some fireworks. We've got a wonderful fireworks display, so there's plenty more action going on throughout the course of this afternoon and into the evening. Make sure you stay for that. We look forward to seeing you here for the fireworks that will be happening not too long from now. Message coming in from Mercedes Pieres. Tremendo golpe, Pablito. Si me paro el corazón. Gracias a Dios, solo un susto. Yes, indeed. Good to see him back on his feet. Fede Martelli is watching from Palm Beach. And the Al Habtoor Polo Academy will host activities tomorrow at 9 a.m. A big regards from all the kids. So nice messages coming in from some of our Polo Line TV viewers. Messages of support. And it's good to see Pablo Llorente back on his feet. Maria Celia Romani says, Vamos UAE. Plenty of love for UAE here. Start of the second half. What have the white shirts got to offer? Can they drag themselves back into this IFZA Gold Cup final? We're back underway. Panelo. Llorente picks it up here, the number 3 for Ghantoot. Oh, good work there from Monteverde. Punches it through the pack. Open backhander coming in. Temi Willington reads that absolutely wonderfully well. Look at that. Perfect place, perfect time from Willington. Llorente comes in. Didn't get much on that, and that's allowed Panelo to come in and pick up possession here for UAE. Oh, a swing and a miss there from Nassal Shamsi. And Willington's on the march, and he's punched the pass downfield. Big ride-off cut. Oh, look at this from Panelo. Super stuff on the near side of his pony, but Llorente was equal to it. Oh, Willington, great read on the head-to-head. Nicks it away from Al Shamsi and then works it up over the 30-yard line. Temi Willington looking to pull the trigger. He's waiting for the space to open up. He chops it down towards goal. Oh, and there's some defence there from Llorente, but the whistle has gone. And it could well be. Well, let's see what the umpires decide. I've got to keep my mouth shut because the decision has not been made. But you see Tomas Panelo coming flying through there, the number 3 for UAE, stick raised, and the whistle has gone. And it is going to be a penalty to spot or 30, and a chance here for UAE to draw first blood here in the second half of this match. Panelo comes in, and he's not going to miss from there, ladies and gentlemen. He's got the score. UAE are back on the scoreboard. They've stopped the rot, having conceded 7 goals in a row, and they've cut the gap. It's 8 goals to 5. Those lovely trophies down there, including that beautiful bronze by Mr. Ignacio Videla, the very unique and wonderfully talented, authentic horse sculpturist from Buenos Aires. He's donated one of his pieces to the winning patron in this Gold Cup final. A swing and a miss there from Panelo. Kicked by the pony, picked up by Araja. Araja goes under his pony's neck out towards the advancing Llorente. Llorente will sweep this one around the corner and then put the brakes on, steady the pony and pull the trigger back towards goal, but it's bobbling its way towards Temi Willington's stick. Willington's tail backhander out towards Panelo. Miscontrol from him and has allowed Llorente to come in. He's got some protection there from Cachete Crespo. Still bumping his way through the traffic. Here is Llorente. Willington comes in for a piece of the action. They're all appealing for the foul, but play will continue and it's turned around the corner. Here comes Kakua Raja. Monteverde's there for a piece of the action. The ball's been looped up there by Llorente and it's gone flying out of play over the top of the boards, and possession will go back to UAE. Support coming in from Rosie Ross in England. Come on, UAE. You've got this. That's the message from Rosie. Hope you're recovering well, Rosie. I know you had a fall off a horse last week and you've damaged some ribs. Our love goes to you and we hope that you are back on board soon. Aliou Sabo, hello and vamos UAE. It's not over until it's over. Watching from Nigeria. Great messages, gang. And we've got birthday wishes for George Pearson coming in from Lila. The Cowdrey crew sending out birthday wishes to George. Happy birthday, George. Hope you're having a great day. And our love goes out to you on your birthday from Dubai. We've got a break in play here. 4 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock in the fourth. And the score is 8-5. Looks like we've got an injury medical timeout. And I didn't actually see what happened, but it looks like Pablo Llorente's down there. Well, we saw him take that crunching fall. Let's hope he's okay. Guillermo Coutinho there having a chat with Mohamed. Enjoying the action. Luquín Monteverde there, the young man from Canuelas. Panelo and Willington just having a chat. Looks like they're coming back onto the field. And Llorente will be good to go. Wonder who's going to win the Best Dressed Lady and Gentleman prize, worth over 25,000 dirhams. What a lovely prize that would be. Who's going to win that? Our spies are out. Don't you worry, they're watching you. If you're still looking glamorous, it may be you. Temi Willington with a restart here for UAE. Panelo comes out right, then goes back to the left and then comes back to the right. But that one, whoa, watch out, madam. That woke her up. That ball just hit the base of that chair. Maybe she had no idea what it was. It's going to be a restart here, and it's going to be an opportunity for Kakua Raja. He's gone, well, he's tried to go long, and he's absolutely mishit it straight to Temi Willington. UAE with a chance here. How they'd love to get another one here and get themselves right back in this match. Crespo flying back in defence. A little show and go there from Temi Willington. Superb work there from Guillermo Willington. And he's pulled the trigger from distance. Oh, he's hit the post. I don't believe it. A beautifully worked move by Temi Willington. I thought it was in. So unlucky. He's hit the post and play will continue on the far side. Oh, Shaker Mehta comes up with a backhander, trying to turn it around here for the white shirts. Panelo. Well, they're going to have to come and do it all over again. There's a whistle on the players. A few players converge there. Well, Temi Willington, so unlucky. Beautifully worked move. Can you believe it? Hit the post and came straight back out. As we see the replay of a complete mess of players on the far side of the field. And we'll just let the umpires sort that one out. Let's have a look. Panelo flicks it round the corner. Cachetti's there. Nearsider comes in. But, well, was that nearsider across in front of a horse? That may be what they've seen. And I think it is. It's going in favour of the whites. And there's a chance here from the penalty spot. 60-yard hit. And it is now UAE who are dragging themselves back into this match, just like Ghantoot did in the first half. They will not give up, they will not lie down. And this one would make a big difference. It's going to be Tomás Panelo. His parents are watching on in Lobos. Circles round. Looking for height and direction. He's gone low and it's been stopped by Crespo, but Panelo will get a chance on the head-to-head. Oh, he's pulled the trigger and it's deflected off a player and gone wide. Well, he had to put the hammer down. He had to get there quickly because Crespo was going to get bat on ball and get that away from the danger zone. So he came flying through. But in the end, there was a lot of traffic between him and the goal. And it's been deflected wide to the left. Raja. Out towards Llorente. Llorente's been well marked here by Panelo. Panelo's backhander has been charged down there by Pablito Llorente. Pablo. Oh, look at Raja. He's absolutely steaming around the outside. Can they find him? He's gone long. But well, oh, I say well read there, but a bad bounce has taken Panelo out of the play, and it will land at the feet of Kaku Raja. Raja now trying to dance his way through the traffic. Superb work here from the number 4 for Ghantoot. He pulls the trigger. It's coming back towards goal. Oh, it's been beautifully stopped there. Superb work by Monteverde. And the shot comes in and it's wide. Crespo's attempt with the open backhander is inches wide. What an important bit of defence that was from Luquín Monteverde. And there's the goal shot as he tried to cut it back towards goal, just slightly off target. And a sigh of relief here for UAE. They're still in this match. Out towards Monteverde on the far side. That was Willington's pass and it's been picked up by the young kid from Canuelas. Steadying his pony. He's up over the halfway line. That's a superb little tap forward because it meant Llorente couldn't come in. He thought about it. And the pass goes out towards Sheikha Meita. Meita trying to cut it back towards goal. Monteverde's flying through here for UAE. Monteverde working his way through the defence. Superb stuff from the young man, but they've stolen it away. And that's Llorente who smashes it forward there with a cut shot of his own. Panelo charged down the first attempt. Then a tail backhander looking here for Luquín. Al-Shamsi comes in and Luquín Monteverde drops in front of Nasser Al-Shamsi and the umpire's whistle has gone. Still plenty of time left in this game. A whole nother chucker and still 1 minute and 27 seconds on the clock here in the fourth. But you feel that UAE need to score next. And they just had a really good chance. Kaku Raja tries to get that one up towards Pablo Llorente. Willington comes in. Superb work from Tammy Willington once again on the near side of his horse. Raja reading it well and then looking up and smashing it up towards Llorente. And Llorente's on the march here for Ghantoot. He's gone down into the corner. Panelo thinking about coming across to challenge him. Round the back there was Willington trying to get the hook, but he's gone through the hook. Eventually he gets tagged by Willington, but possession is with Kaku Raja. Raja loops it up over the defence. It's going down towards goal. Llorente's there. Llorente's half out of the saddle, and the ball has gone wide to the right. Well, chances at both ends. But no goals for the last few minutes. Guillermo Willington brings it back infield. Gets a pass out to Tomás Panelo. Panelo's gone past his man. Willington's going up for the pass. It's gone back out towards Sheikha Meita. Sheikha Meita picking up the line of the ball and flying through. Superb stuff. Not quite sure what Kaku was thinking. He's appealing for the foul. And the pressure is on. Chopped open backhander. Good work there from Llorente. Another little flick round the corner from Cachete Crespo. Here comes young Monteverde. He tries to return it back into the mix. And well, there's loads of players converging on the ball, but it's the young man from Canuelas who's got possession here. Al-Shamsi. A good steal there from Nasser Al-Shamsi. How important could that be? 30-second hooter's gone. Have they got a chance to get this back downfield? Well, Nasser Al-Shamsi came in. Luquin Monteverde looked like he was set as he came across the field. Picked up the line here from this backhander. And the umpire's whistle has gone. So that will be the end of the penultimate chukka. And as they come in at the end of the fourth here in the IFZA Gold Cup final, it is Ghantoot 8, UAE 5. As we welcome back our Polo Line TV viewers, and we're getting to the real nitty-gritty of this IFZA Gold Cup 2021, the cup final, and the players just getting back onto their ponies and coming back out onto the field for this fifth and final chukka. Maria Cecilia Romani says, "Vamos UAE." Love coming in for UAE. Daniel Alberto Garriador, peludo desde Soto, tremendo partido is the message. Great to hear from so many people on Polo Line today. We really have been feeling the love from all over the world. And, well, thousands and thousands of people watching the action from the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club. It's great to see. And so for the benefit of our Polo Line TV viewers, here's the last foul. Backhander comes in from Temi. Monteverde was there, as was Al-Shamsi. And it's going to be a spot hit to Ghantoot. They're 3 goals to the good. And they're going to try and retain this advantage through this fifth and final chukka. Don't forget, if you're on the far side of the field, you've got the halftime food truck. That's burgers, chips and bites, Orbis coffee, Pop City ice cream, Freedom Pizza, Wildflowers and Salad Jar. They're all over there on the far side of the field. If you fancy any of those, please make your way over and feel free. We've still got the best dressed lady and gentleman awards to be dished out. Not quite sure who's going to be the recipient of that, but it's well worth winning, let me tell you. 25,000 dirhams in prizes. 2,500 dirhams in cash, 2 nights hotel stay and breakfast at the Habtoor Hospitality Hotel of your choice. 60-minute spa treatment at the Silk Spa in Habtoor Palace. Fabulous polo lunch for 2 at the Al Habtoor Polo Resort Hotel. Silk gift items from Katerina Morgan. Riding school voucher for 2. Summer hacking for 2. Stable tour for 2. And Mattia Nesek lavender pillow. Amazing prizes. Kakua Raja goes long, and he's gone left, trying to find the stick of Cachete Crespo. Crespo working it back towards goal. He's pulled the trigger. This looks pretty good. Oh, Crespo's come up with a gem on the near side. And that is a huge goal for Ghantoot. He was under pressure. It was Tomas Panelo desperately trying to ride him off, but look at the angle. Al Shamsi was there if it needed tickling over the line, but it didn't. And it bobbled its way straight between the posts. Killer blow for the Whites. It's 9-5. Willington, he's not going to give up. Of course he's not. They're fighters, and they still think they can win this. Al Shamsi doing some damage once again. He got there and got ahead of Tomas Panelo and turned it around the corner and momentarily stopped the attack here. UAE having to turn it around the corner and come again. Temi. Llorente. Doesn't want to give a foul away, but certainly wants to slow this attack down. Still Temi Willington waiting for the space to open up before he puts this pass through. He's just, well, he's come to a standstill. And then he's gone out to the right-hand side towards Luquin Monteverde. Monteverde comes off a pony. It's picked up here by, oh, look at this. Once again, silky stuff on the turn from Kakua Raja. Punches it forward. He's up over the halfway line. Willington chops it out. Massive ride-off coming in there on young Luquin Monteverde. And possession will go back to Ghantoot here. Once again, it's going to be Kakua Raja trying to launch another attack. This time he's gone out towards Crespo. Crespo's gone beyond the last man. The approach shot looks absolutely superb. Crespo to seal the deal for Ghantoot. Surely! Well, lovely finishing from Crespo, who's got the last two goals. The near sider at the other end of the field, and then this one. But what can you say about Kakua Raja? Wonderful stuff from Cesar Crespo. On the near side, there goes Monteverde. Almost collides there with Rafa Silva. And, well, has something been said? Or has the umpire blown the whistle because he was in the way? Let's have a look here. Monteverde going across the field. Rafa Silva's there. The ball was nicked away by Kakua Raja. And our umpires are just having a chat here. Lots of people congregating down in front of the hotel, having a good look at these beautiful sculptures, these lovely bronzes. The second year that Mohamed El Habtour has invited Mr. Ignacio Videla, who is a very unique and wonderfully talented, authentic horse sculpturist from Buenos Aires. And he has bought a prize for the winning patron of the IFZA Gold Cup final, a beautiful bronze. But he's also got a double bronze down there, two wonderful Arab horse heads. And they're down here in front of the hotel, and they are absolutely stunning. There's no doubt about it. I know that the man himself, Ignacio Videla, is here today. If you want to have a chat with him about his work, he's a very talented artist. And I know that those two Arabs, that beautiful bronze, is up for grabs. It is for sale. And if you don't buy it, I will. Here comes Marcos Kakua Raja. Oh, it's a bit grubby. It's not the contact he wanted. And it's been stopped there wonderfully by Sheikha Meitha Al Maktoum. She's done well for her team. And the ball is in possession of Tomas Panelo. Pass goes out towards Temi Willington. Kakua Raja thought about it, but then thought twice. Llorente goes back in defence, a swing and a miss there on the bouncing ball. Sheikha Mathis flying through here for the white. She's trying to muscle it down the field. Backhander comes in there from Al Shamsi. Putting the brakes on and picking up a very important play here is Tomas Panelo. Dances the ball under the pony there of Cachete Crespo. Still in possession of the ball here is Panelo. Working it from right to left. Flying in there and stealing the ball away though is Araja, and he's timed his ride off or his steal absolutely perfectly once again. And well, Araja turning on the skills. Flick backhander coming in there from Monteverde. Turn around the corner back towards Al Shamsi. Reaching out there is Monteverde. He's got the hook and then returns it with interest under his pony's tail. Crespo comes in. Half charged down there by Willington. On the head-to-head here is Monteverde. It's absolutely frantic stuff from both teams. And look at this. Panella's going to be forced to go from range. He shovels it back in field, but it's plucked out of the air there. Oh, a massive ride-off coming in from Monteverde. But don't worry, Crespo, you've got some backup. Llorente back out towards Crespo on the far side. Time ticking away here for the white shirts. There's 3 minutes and 1 second remaining here in the fifth, and it's still Ghantoot who are muscling their way down the field on the far side. Switching to the near side there and then collecting Monteverde. Here comes Crespo, they're still in possession of the ball. Crespo's gone from range, it's bobbling its way down towards goal. Surely not! Oh my word! He was miles out. I thought it was a pass. I lost flight of the ball, and then when I looked up and noticed the ball was bobbling its way down towards the goal. Superb stuff from Ghantoot once again. Well, they've been absolutely clinical, and that surely has knocked the stuffing out of UAE. It's 11 goals to 5. Here comes young Monteverde, thumps it forward, up towards one of his front runners. One of them's going to block the man and the other one's going to smash this one across the line, and he does just that. They've got another one back here for UAE. It's 11-6. Gonzalo Calisaya, gracias por la line. Hola desde Escocia. They're watching from Scotland, they're watching from Brunei. Rapai Ahmed, hi from Brunei. Love coming in from Desert Palm. And look, they're on the march once again. This is superstar, but is it too little too late? Here goes Panella once again. He's plucking the ball out of the air like a Wimbledon champion, and he's working it down towards the goal. He's got the flick and he's got the score. Well, there's just seconds remaining, and they're getting very excited down in the Ghantoot camp. Let me tell you, there's going to be a roar when this final hooter goes. The IFZA Gold Cup 2021 looks like it's heading down the road to Ghantoot. And in fact, I think they're going to call it a day. They're changing hands. The ref says there's too long to go. We've got to get the ball back in play. But they know there's not enough time. And as Llorente comes in, he belts the ball down the field. Time ticks away, and the players will not chase it. That will be that, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. It will be Ghantoot who win the IFZA Gold Cup 2021. Well, incredible scenes here from the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club. Extraordinary stuff. As we look at the chukker by chukker scores, UAE, well, they had a great start, didn't they? They came in at the end of the first, 3 goals to 1 up. And then it was 4-2 at the end of the second, but look at that in the third. 8-4 Ghantoot, completely flipping the game on its head. Once the wind had dropped and the weather had settled down, that third chukker, Ghantoot were absolutely unstoppable. And at halftime they were 8-4, and from there it was an uphill battle, too big for UAE. And it will be the green and black shirts of Ghantoot going back to their fans and their pony lines to rapturous applause. Crespo with some really important goals at the back end of that match. Wonderful stuff from him. Kaku Raja, well, what can you say about him? Extraordinary talent. And they are delirious down in the Ghantoot camp. For all of our polo liners, if you want to watch the live prize presentation, you have to go to Instagram live on Polo Line. That's the only way you can watch it. So for the prize presentation, which will be coming up in a matter of minutes, as soon as we've got the players to come to the center of the field to the prize presentation, we will be dishing out some wonderful prizes for not only the IFZA Gold Cup, but of course the Bentley Cup final as well, which was our subsidiary final, the first game here this afternoon. As we go back down to images of the Ghantoot camp, and they really are chuffed with this one. Look at that. They're bouncing all over the shop. And you have to say, well-deserved victory. They had a very slow start to the game, but they turned on the style and they came through very strongly in the second half. Bablu Pacheri Bari says, super match. Carlos Mereles says, thank you for the broadcasting. Un abrazo desde Florida, Estados Unidos. They're tuned in from all over the place and they've loved the action here from the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club on the live stream here with Polo Line TV. Don't forget, we've got more action coming up. The Emaar Polo Cup, the 12 goal from Dubai Polo and Equestrian Club, the 8th to 12th of March. That's starting very soon, the 12 goal down at Deepak. The Pakistan Open coming to you from Lahore, the 14 goal, the Pakistan Open. And the Dubai Challenge Cup, the 10 goal here from the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club. We also have the President's Cup, the 18 goal from the Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club, which will be under patronage of His Highness Sheikh Falah bin Zayed Al Nahyan. That's from the 12th to the 26th of March from the Ghantoot Polo and Racing Club. And there's plenty of cash prizes up for grabs, totaling 500,000 dirhams. And, well, what an interesting tournament that's going to be down in Ghantoot. So we go to our match stats for the benefit of our Polo Line TV viewers. Ghantoot field goals, 6 to UAE's 3. Throw-ins, well, UAE having the lion's share, 10 to 9. Fouls committed, 12 by UAE, 9 by Ghantoot. There was a yellow card for each team, and the penalties, 7 out of 8 for Ghantoot, 3 out of 4 for UAE, and a converted corner by Kaku Raja on the safety penalties. Goals of the game, this is what the producers come up with. Well, this was just wonderful. He just chipped it straight over the top of Willington. And, well, Crespo didn't need to touch it. Panelo from range, with Crespo taking evasive action there, almost took his head clean off his shoulders, and he blasts it through. This was one of the ones where, well, he got a lot of help behind. They were blocking, and there was no defender in sight. Look at that, 3 Ghantoot players. And this was an important goal on the near side, under pressure from Tomas Panelo, and he chopped it back. Al-Shamsi was there, but the ball was already over the line there from Cachete Crespo. And this one, from range, bobbled its way, kept going, and that was painful for Panelo to see that one cross the line. So, great scenes here at the end of this IFZA Gold Cup final at the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club. And to all of our viewers on the Polo Line live stream, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to follow the prize presentation, it'll have to be on the Instagram live on Polo Line. But until then, it is goodbye from Dubai.